Hi. I wasn't wanting to post another video today after already posting, but um, it's going to be helpful, so I'm not going to hesitate. As much as my mental health keeps putting pressure on me, don't post the video, don't post the video, don't post the video. So I'm going to ignore the self-doubt and just carry on with life, which is what I'm doing, and talk to my therapist, which is you all, whoever it is that watches. Sometimes nobody, and other times more. But I'm just falling back into life of um, coming back to settle into my home life and remembering the problems I had before, feeling the extra pressure of medication on me, and trying to use the benefits that medication gives me. So in other words, my old life plus meds, and really doing my best to get to grips with that. And I'm unsure how. I'm just carrying on, I'm just waking up each day knowing what I've got to do next and going on with that. And that's it. That's all I've got to say. My, must be the medication, or must be a lack of sleep, more likely. Um, or just a mixture of everything, if I'm honest. I've I'm lost for words. I'm really scared. That's what it is. I'm really scared because it's really seeing all those fears, that the reality of my life has created, and some of the things is just like I know they're they're unjustified. It's like aloneness. My mental health doesn't allow me to feel alone. My mental health always makes me feel like I've got company. So for the longest time, I've really craved feeling that aloneness, to a very extreme extent. But what the reason it's extreme is because I'm alone in life, besides my therapists, and unfortunately, that's only over the internet. I don't get to see faces or really interact. But that's not a problem. I given all the complexities my life has thrown me over the past few years, I have accepted that. I truly have. But it's like it's all happened really, really fast, if I'm honest, and I've had to be on the ball. I've had to be really quick to take it all in, to be on on point and to learn my lessons time after time. And because this happened so quick, where I've taken the medication and it's easy to set me back, a big chunk of time with a little dose, because I'm only on a little dose. As much as it affects me a great deal, I'm only on a small dose, and I appreciate that. But nonetheless, I think that's why I put it down to the way my life has been more than the medication. Because my life has been very fast, my life has been very pressured, and I've had to learn and change quick and adapt. And as I said, a little bit of medication and I get put back. It's like I've rewound time like 4 or 5 years, and so much has happened in that time. There's no emotions. I don't do emotions, man. If you ever hear emotions from me, I've learnt my lesson there. And I'll be honest when I get emotional. But we are emotional beings, and I've learned to detach from them because I have a mental health disorder. So anyway, I just wanted to be clear there. So I get set back like 4 or 5 years, and I'm feeling things now from 4 or 5 years ago. And I know my life is demanding me to be a certain way because there's so much pressure on my life. But the part of the pressure is the medication, in the sense that I've got to listen to the medication, I've got to use the medication, what it's for. So I've got this massive circle of time going round. And I've just got to center myself in the middle, and that's why another reason why these bloody videos help. Just take a chill out from feeling overwhelmed, feeling like I've got PTSD, which is exactly what it is. And using the effects of the medication, the positive sides, but still applying it in a way that was slightly negative before. Hopefully balance can occur, and just being present within this circle of infinite time. And right now my ego is like, oh, that sounds pretty, Andreas. Oh, let's feel a little bit happy and light. But it's exactly my life, man. I'm not over egging these words. That's where I am. And I've just got to look beyond these emotions and these happy feelings to realise that everything is wishy-washy, but it's very serious. And it's like, it's so easy to feel like that about the flipping coronavirus, for instance, but when there's death certificates being signed as the bloody coronavirus, regardless of if it's real or a conspiracy, it's serious. And it's just like, it's so easy to forget, and it's a similar thing with what I'm experiencing. And I've just got to do my best, you know, to just keep focused on being in the centre right this second, right this moment, right now. To focus on this infinite merry-go-round of different possibilities of how I can be. to see that I've just set my time. I was complaining about my alarm clock earlier, and I did it. Just did it again. But as much as I didn't get to sleep just now, I got up early because that's another thing. If it's too much, I have to leave sleep. Just get on with life. So I didn't give it a chance to become a problem, but I can see it as at a distance. I guess what I needed to ask, because that's what I wanted to ask. I asked something the other day and I got something on the, not the interwebs, but the conscious webs, or whatever they're called, the interconnected humanness, and it started coming to me on realizations on video, and I don't care if it doesn't come to me now. I know how this works. Not an attachment, but I'm not going to be afraid to ask, and that is, you all must be in similar positions a lot of the time, or some of the times, where life closes in around you. What do you all hold to get you through when there seems like there's nothing to get you through? And I'm not going to go into the realizations like it's a good thing, but that's where I am. I just want to I'll sidetrack. It just seems appropriate to sidetrack. In hospital, I made the realization that I'm going to need to walk through hell, and I made a blog post about it. Sorry, I just need to bend slightly so I can just take the pressure off my back. I'm still here. I'll just be like 30 seconds. It's just a weird thing. It's like life is saying to me, Andreas, you've got to be here for other people. Andreas, you've got to be here for other people. Andreas, you've got to be here for other people. More than you've been already. And I don't know how with the glorifications I have to balance it out, you know? I appreciate things, but I know not to be attached to them. If you're not attached to them, how can you be truly grateful for them? Because to apply non-attachment, it means you've got to let them go. And if you let them go, you're not going to try and apply gratitude for something that isn't worth it. And all I have is things. And I'm grateful I can't see what I'm grateful for. It's just a really it's like I'm grateful for something around it. And if I could get that, I think it would help me a great deal. It's like I'm grateful for the basics, man. You have to be grateful for the basics. Shelter over your head, food in your belly, central heating, electricity, and all the rest is just, it hurts to say it, it's bollocks. And I've acquired a lot of bollocks over the past year, and it's a big burden on me. And I know with a straight mind I can put it in place. I know I can put it in place. I know I can put it in place. And I can have a life alongside it, you know, it wouldn't be difficult. But where it's been constant and I've acquired it, and I haven't had that chance to for just long enough to assess things. It's a burden. Things are a burden right this present moment, I'll admit it. And because this world has value on everything, beyond 100% always logical, so the most important things aren't always the most valuable things, for instance, and the most valuable things don't always hold the most value in reality. The value is held by society and by a monetary system. If we all moved to a different planet and took away politics and capitalism, what holds value would change in an instant. And that's what we've got to remember, really, what's truly of value on a spiritual level. And then you come back to this reality, and then you've got to respect the world that we live in and what has value, even if it's not valuable, because that's life at the end of the day. I'm programmed to that conditioning, and I respect that. Right, the long and short of it is, my life is changing in the sense that I feel like I'm coming to a point where I'm going to be taking on a level of work, if I can. But I've got to try everything to take it on. And if I overcome my mental health to get it in gear, I know my mental health will come back one day and bite me in the arse. And it will hurt when it comes back. But I've got to take on this level of work. So thank you, therapist, for giving me the 20 minutes to state my life, to all the fears I had, to all the PTSD, to all the overwhelming sensations that I was having. I can put things in perspective to say that's the truth, what I was just experiencing. But the focus is work, man. for anybody that read any of those blogs posts, one of the statements I came out with in hospital and I knew would help me at home was literally I'd stand there on hospital ward and I'd shout it out when things were difficult, and my life went off on a tangent pretty much thereafter, but I shouted out, pull yourself together, Andreas. And then the next bit is basically all I've ever wanted, and that is, how are you going to help 10 people and at a level that will make me come to life? So I can help one person, I can walk down the street and give them £5 to a homeless person. But it needs to be at a level where I'm going to come to life, because when I come to life, I'm not going to go off on any more stories. I can help more people. Because if I raise myself to a point when I've got the energy to help 10 people, chances are I can help 100, if not more. So pull yourself together, Andreas. How are you going to help 10 people? Pull yourself together, Andreas. How are you going to help 10 people? I know the work I need to do now. Whatever comes, I know the work I need to do, and it will be difficult. And it's for me, it's for all of you. And I've just got to take that back when I end this video, and I'll do the last bit on my own. I've got to find a way that I can hopefully see it clearer when I'm buried in whatever that stuff is that feels so hard to get through and takes me 20 minutes to get myself out of. So thank you, therapist, for another really productive, I can't even do it, man, it just feels so wrong. Thank you for helping, just by one person watching.